Good morning. It's Dawn Zapp here with Swan Lake Spiritual. I decided to do a little video because it's been quite the week. Normally during the full moon, the days leading up to the full moon, it's chaotic and there's all sorts of mishaps and all sorts of frustrations, and it's just not a good time. But we're not near a full moon. And it's really confusing to me this week. So last week was really awesome. I had so many good things happen to me. This week I've had my oldest daughter's car break down, not start. So it's giving her problems. And so we've had to adjust a few schedules and be flexible to help each other out. Those of you that follow me know that I sold my car, so we're already down a car. Luckily we had my mom's car, so we've been working with that. So her car broke down, causing, all sorts of readjustments needed this week. Requiring a lot of patience on everyone's part. And then last night, all of a sudden my student comes running out of the room and her mouth and her face is full of blood. She had bit her lip when she was chewing some gum and it just bled so much. It looked so painful and scary. And so we dealt with that. And that was a wild, emotional event that had just kind of sprung up out of nowhere. And then shortly before bed, my youngest daughter wanted to make a Google slide, and she went down to get the computer. And then she tried to unplug it from the power bar and accidentally touched one of the little metal prongs as she was pulling it out, because two came out, but one wasn't. So she was trying to pull one and shocked herself. Oh my gosh, that was scary. Luckily, it was just minor. Like, there wasn't even a mark on her finger, thankfully. But we did call 811 and talk to a nurse, and then we were transferred and also talked to a doctor. So that was good, and we were cleared to just monitor it, make sure everything was good. Her symptoms weren't alarming or concerning, so we were able to just stay home. But that was scary, and I was so grateful that we were able to connect with a doctor right on the phone instead of having to either try to book an appointment, which you all know takes hours and hours sitting on the phone waiting to get an appointment, or you have to go to the hospital in person and sit there for 6 to 8 hours waiting to see. And I felt pretty confident that she was okay, that she didn't need medical attention. But as a parent, you just never know. So I'm so thankful that we have services like 811 where we can talk to registered nurses and then get appropriate treatment and follow up if we need to. So that's cool. But yeah, what a week. And so now what I wanted to do with this special, we already got one. I was going to pull a rune. I was going to reach in the bag and pull one out, but we got one, and we got this letter X. If I put it over there, that's our rune for today. So let's see what that means. And this is just going to be a theme for, today and the next coming days of what's happening or what we can expect, what we might need to draw upon inside of our own selves. Or what we might. So this X stands for Jibo, and it's actually the letter G in Norse Viking alphabets. So this actually means gift, sharing, hospitality, blessings, exchange of oaths, generosity, and personal relationships. So what I'm going to take from that is that today and the coming days, we're going to be blessed with a gift of sorts. Remember, these gifts might not be physical. These gifts might be in the form of synchronicities, in the way people, places, and things line up for you at just the right time. These gifts may be in the form of messages from the universe, in a song, in a book, in another person's speech. This gift could be in the form of a flower. It could be in the form of an animal. So just keep your eyes out. We will be gifted with something, and we'll have a chance to practice our generosity and sharing and mutual exchanges. I love the rune stones. They're very simple and sweet. I'm also going to pull from our Rajneesh Neo Tarot. So I'm just going to clear the deck, get rid of any previous energies from any previous readings. And we're just going to ask and intend for one card today that will help us with a message that we need to know and that we need to hear for our highest good today and the rest of this week. I'm trying to get to a habit and a flow where I have regular recurring activities that are easy for me to manage, schedule, and commit to, but not overcommit and overschedule. And so I'm trying to only do these readings weekly on a Sunday or Monday, wherever I was called to jump in and do this right now. So every now and again, there will be a bonus that just pops up as the divine feels necessary to communicate through me. So I'm going to step aside and let's see what the message for today is. Innocence. Oh, it's so cute with the baby deer. Or is that a mama deer? Oh my gosh. And the little fish and ducks and ducklings and squirrels and bunny. Innocence. This man looks like a monk sitting under a tree with the innocence of someone like Snow White or Sleeping Beauty, talking and connecting with the animals. So let's just practice being innocent. Ooh, number 22 this week. Let's see what the message says. The heart can talk to the rock. Utter love reveals that mystery. Become mad from the heart. Saint Francis of Assisi would certainly be a madhouse, talking to trees, saying to the almond tree, "Sister, how are you?" If he were here, he would have been caught. "Sister, sing to me of God," he would say to the almond tree. And not only that, he hears the song that the almond tree sings. Crazy! Needs treatment! Sounds like myself. He talks to the river and to the fish, and he claims that the fish respond to him. He talks to the stones and the rocks. Is there any need for more proof that he is mad? He is mad! But wouldn't you like to be mad like St. Francis of Assisi? Just think. The capacity to hear the almond tree singing, and the heart that can feel brothers and sisters in trees, the heart that can talk to the rock, the heart that sees God everywhere, all around, in every form. It must be a heart of utmost love. Utter love reveals that mystery to you. But for the logical mind, of course, these things are nonsense. To me, these are the only meaningful things. Become mad if you can. Become mad from the heart. And this is so beautiful because this is my message to people. The spirit world wants us to talk to them. They want us to communicate with them. They want to be part of our lives. They want to be considered, acknowledged. They want to be played with. They want to participate just like they do when they're here in the physical world. But it's our logical mind, our closed off, narrow mind that says, I can't see, I can't hear, I can't feel, so therefore they are not there. But if you attune yourself, if you attune your body, your frequency, and your mind, you can become open to hearing and receiving. You can become more self-aware and observe and witness the signs from your spirits and your loved ones. So adopt the innocence of the mad woman or the mad man. Adopt the innocence of someone that walks to the grocery store talking to themselves down the aisle, like me. And when I talk to someone else and I say, "Oh, I just talked to myself," and they say, "Me too." It's so refreshing. You're not mad because you hear and see things that other people don't. You're natural. You're connected. You're enlightened. You're awakened. In fact, I believe it's the ones that don't talk to the spirits that are mad. The ones that insist on doing everything on their own in this physical plane the hard way that are mad. I feel like once you open up and talk to your spirits and all of nature, life becomes easier. Life becomes more beautiful. And you have partners that can create magic in ways you can't even believe or imagine. So go mad and believe. Isn't it funny how we're in this great awakening and we're now moving into this phase where people are accepting what all these so-called mad people were claiming centuries and millennials ago. Thousands of years ago, this knowledge has been around. Thousands of years ago, humans had the keys and tried to share it, and it got buried, and it got turned into lies, and it got used against us as propaganda. But we're coming back to that. We're coming back to the point where people are tuning into their own intuition, and they're believing, and they're hearing, and they're seeing, and they're feeling, and they're trusting. So keep being mad. And we're going to pull one from the Work Your Light Oracle Guidebook today as well. I find this really helpful when I get into these states like this week where everything feels dark or it feels like a whole bunch of misfortunes or mishaps. I feel like, okay, let's get back to the light. What can I do to work my light? And so if you're like me, there might be something here for you that you need to hear right now to help you light your light, to help you fan that fire, to help you brighten it, to help all those around you that you come into contact with, to raise their vibration, to give them hope, to help drive them a little bit mad. So we're going to have today Lemuria. When I first got this card, I was so confused. First of all, I didn't know what it meant. And then I realized it's part of the animal lemur, Lemuria. And it's this ancient land that used to exist that got lost. But it helps us understand how the lemurs came from Africa and traveled up to Asia. It's really cool. And so creating heaven on earth, number 114. And this is also part of going mad and talking to your spirits, is that you get to create your own heaven on earth. You get to create life however you want it to be. You don't need to live in this so-called hell that humans create, the suffering of the physical world. You can create your own heaven. Lemuria, or Mu, is one of Earth's lost lands where heaven really was a place on earth. A time before we were kicked out of the Garden of Eden. In Lemuria, life worked in harmony. All beings were seen as equal, and we were deeply reverent to Mother Earth. We knew that a mosquito was no more than us, and the sun no better. Perhaps you too believe that heaven really can be a place on earth. Are you mad? Perhaps you are part of the transition team who, at soul level, are devoted to creating this kind of harmony on the planet now. Thank you for wanting to do this work. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the state of affairs on the planet right now, but you are being encouraged to keep holding the clear vision of the future. It's closer than you think. You may be guided to hold the frequency of Lemuria in your own community, family, workplace, or within yourself. Know that it is possible. And while at times it may feel like you are alone, you truly are not. There are hundreds of thousands who hold the codes of this ancient lost land, and even Lemuria crystals that hold the codes of remembering that are beginning to rise all over the planet. Keep doing what you are doing, and remember, the only way to heal the world around us is to first heal ourselves. Hold this card on your heart and say, I hold the codes of Lemuria and believe that heaven really can be a place on earth. And so it is. Do you believe? Do you talk to your spirits to make it so? Ask them questions and they will show you answers. Ask them for help and they will help you co-create your heaven on earth. Be open to receiving and you will get the messages and information to help create your heaven on earth. Oh, these are beautiful, beautiful cards, especially the rune that we pulled at the beginning where we got the gift. I can't wait to see what that gift is coming in for us this week. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. And if you haven't seen my posts, I hope you'll join us at the Ocean 98.5 Sidewalk Sale on Saturday, June 8th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. You can pre-book a session. I'm doing mini Oracle card readings, 15 minutes. If you do want a longer session, book 2 of them, book back to back. If you end up booking 4 back to back, you're getting a full length 1-hour reading and you get a $10 discount off the normal price. So I'll leave that with you. You can choose to book a single or you can book more. If you don't get a chance to pre-book and there's still openings, then you can sign up when you're at the sidewalk sale on my sign-up sheet. And if they are sold out before the sidewalk sale, then I'm sorry, but I do offer the same deal, the same reading, different price, but I do offer the same reading, the same service that we can book and do either in person at my house or yours or over Zoom. So I hope to see you at the sidewalk sale though, and I hope the rest of your week goes amazingly well. We're heading into a new moon, so this is the time to start planting those seeds of intention. Some of the things I've been working on over the full moon to release are things I no longer want a part of my life. And now what I'm realizing is the reason why I don't want those things a part of my life is because what I ask and intend for is to create a stronger, clearer connection with spirit. And so in order to release those things to help my connection, that's full moon work I was doing, and now I'm in the new moon, and so now I'm switching my focus, and I'm not focusing on what I don't want, I'm focusing on what I do want, which is a clear, strong connection with spirit. Anyways, again, thank you for joining, and I hope to see you on the weekend at the Ocean 98.5 Sidewalk Sale, and if not, I look forward to seeing you some other time. Have a great day. Namaste.